Hello everyone. So my name is Courtney James and I'm a double diamond leader with ItWorks Global. I saw a video done today by an ambassador diamond and it kind of inspired me to go ahead and make this video today. So bear with me. I have so many followers on Facebook and Instagram both that I know so many people don't know my story. I know a lot of you do. A lot of you have heard this a million times, but for those of you who are just kind of following or just now paying attention to my posts, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how my family went from being my husband and myself and our two kids living in my mother's basement with my husband working 55 hours a week to us living on this beautiful rental house on land with my husband retired. Also, I know it's kind of dark and this video might be a little bit blurry, but I have to make all my videos at night because I have two toddlers who are very loud. And I get very nervous when my husband can hear me making videos. So I always come out to my truck to make them in private in the dark, and this is the best quality I can give you. So, from my iPhone. So, okay. I started with ItWorks 26 months ago. So a little bit over 2.5 years ago. As I said, I was living in my mother's basement with my two young kids. My daughter was about 8 months old and my son was a little over 3, I believe. I think, yeah. Or maybe a little bit before, I'm not sure. Anyways, I started with ItWorks because I saw all these people posting about it on Facebook, you know, how you guys see me probably, and it was obnoxious. It was obnoxious to see all these people post about how much money they're making and how much money they could be making and these massive amount of bonuses. And so I just called someone out one day and I was like, how much do you make? And she told me that she had just begun, and so she was making about $400 a month, and that alone impressed me. We were living in my mother's basement, but my husband was still working 55 hours a week plus. And we still had all our own bills. We had, you know, truck payments and phone bills and insurance and taking care of two kids. You know, we didn't rely on our parents to take care of us. We were just trying to get out of debt. And so I was like, shoot, $400 a month, that could pay for more food. That could pay for our truck payment. That could pay for our phone bill. That could get us a savings account to get out on our own. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. We had just found out that we didn't qualify to get a mortgage yet, so we were really hurting. We were upset emotionally, and I knew we had to do something else. Him being the only one working wasn't cutting it. And at the time, I was actually in an online school program for medical transcription. So I was thinking, you know, that I was gonna have to do something from home, but that school program alone was gonna take me 2 years before I could start bringing in any money. And I knew we were not going to make it living in my mother's basement for 2 years. We had already been with her for 1.5 years. So I started. I used our last $100 in our account to sign up. And Cameron, my husband, was supportive, but a little worried, I shall say, because like I said, I used our last $100. We had no money in our bank account after that. And I signed up, and I didn't sign anyone up at first. You know, I dove right in. I watched the training videos. I posted on Facebook every day. I messaged all my friends and family and everybody else. My mother told me that I had just fell for the biggest scam in the world and that there was no way that a magical wrap helped you tone your stomach. And I was like, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. I've seen the income charts and I'm going after it. I had no idea what my goal was. None. Actually, I didn't even have a set goal. I just wanted to help my family in general. Whether that was $400 a month or whether I was shooting for the moon and was going to hit diamond. That was my goal, honestly. That was shooting for the moon at the time, was $2,000 a month for my family. And so within 4 months of being in ItWorks, we were able to move out of my mom's basement. We moved into this beautiful big rental home in College Hill, which is a very expensive neighborhood in my area, which is Wichita, Kansas. And it was $1,000 a month in rent, and that was unheard of for my family before that. I mean, the most we had spent on rent at the time was $600, and that was expensive. So for us to go living in my mom's basement for almost 2 years to moving into a rental that was $1,000 a month, I mean, it was do or die. I had to make it work. And I did. I went diamond within 6 months, and it was great. But I did let my business fall after that. I thought I had to just take over this leadership role and didn't really have to put in as much effort as I had getting to that diamond spot. And so for over a year, I just kind of coasted on the income I was making with ItWorks. I didn't strive to reach above and beyond. And I let, personal aspects of my life take over. I let it hurt my business. And like I said, I just coasted for over a year. And I thought I was doing okay. And deep down, I knew I wanted to push harder, but I didn't really know how to do that. And so I watched the training videos of the leaders above me, and I finally realized I had to step out of this I'm a leader mentality and go back to doing what I was doing that got me there in the first place, reaching out to people and signing customers and signing distributors. And I didn't have a warm market. I didn't have a lot of friends and family who were interested in this. So I had to put my face out there on social media. I had to expand my social media on Facebook and Instagram, and that's how I worked my business. And let me tell you, when I stepped out of this, I don't have to work, I can just let my team work mentality, I excelled. January of this year, my husband had always supported me, always. But I could finally see that he was not a believer. He was not a believer anymore that ItWorks was going to take us where we wanted to go. And that pushed me harder than anything. So in February of this year, I finally had the drive that I needed, and my team and I had the drive that we needed, and I hit double diamond, and so many of the people below me hit emerald and rubies and diamonds, and my team was just exploding, and it was insane, and it was amazing. And I was pregnant with twins for surrogacy at the time that I was doing. I carried twins for someone else who couldn't carry to term. And so it was a lot of pressure to be that pregnant with 2 toddlers and a husband working. But with social media, I was able to excel. I was able to work my business at home with my kids and still teach them to do arts and crafts and take my son to his field trips and teach my daughter how to color and count and everything else. And that is memories that you're never going to get back if you don't gain them right now. And then when my husband started to see these amazing, huge paychecks come in, he was like, I really would like to be home with you, helping you, heal from my surrogacy and my C-section and stay home with the kids and be home to make these memories with them. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So my husband retired from his job at 26 years old. And now we're a full-time family all the time. And you think we'd want to kill each other, but honestly we don't, because we have all this time to do all of these amazing things all the time now, because we have the income to back it. So we went from being this family that had this huge amount of debt, so big that we had to move in with my mom with 2 kids and him working more than full-time, to being able to him quitting his full-time job, us having no SRS or benefits or any kind of other kind of help coming in. We solely live on ItWorks, and the income that I make and the bonuses that I make and the wrap cash that we make together, that's what we live on. And we more than succeed with that. Not only can we pay our bills, but we can pay our debt, and we can set aside a savings, and we can travel. We're going on a week-long vacation to Florida in a week for green carpet. And we are so excited to be able to go there for an entire week when green carpet is only 1 day. And it's like the honeymoon that we never had. And all of this is because of a decision that I decided to make with the money that we didn't really have to spend 2.5 years ago. If I hadn't have decided to make that leap and do something that I never thought I could do, I'm not the salesman type. I do not have a lot of friends or family that wanted to back me. I had more people telling me that it was a scam than I had people believing in me at the time. If I just hadn't decided to make that leap then, we would never be where we are now. And that's what I need all of you who are watching me and wondering to believe in. I need you to know that if you don't take a chance, if you don't try, if you don't take a risk, you're never going to know. You're never going to know if this will work for you. And for the few of you who tried this once and it didn't work out, let me tell you, try it again. Because sometimes we don't put our all into something and it doesn't work out. But if you do, if you try again, you will succeed. The only way to fail in this kind of company is to quit. And frankly, that's just the hard truth. If you are consistent and passionate and believe in yourself, you will succeed. Just like me, just like the leaders before me. You know, everyone has a different success level. There is a girl on my team who's about to go double diamond who has only been in this 5 months. It took me 2.5 years to go double diamond. Well, almost 2.5 years. It took a girl below me just under 2 years. It's all based on you, you know? It's all based on how much effort you are willing to put in and how much belief you're willing to put into yourself. If you don't quit, you will succeed. So what do you have to lose? $99? Think back on all the things you've spent $99 on. Let me tell you, I have wasted some $99 before on dinner. On dinner. I have gone to some expensive restaurants before and wasted $99 on an expensive dinner that night when you could be investing that in something that could make you back an entire lifetime. It could make you back freedom, time with your kids, time with your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, time with yourself, time to travel. It could make you back so much more. Anyway, I just wanted to tell my story for those of you who didn't know it, maybe for those of you who do know it and have been watching me this entire time thinking, that's a scam, that's BS, it's never gonna work, it's a fad, it'll fade out. I'm here to tell you, it's not gonna fade out. We've been in the US for 15 years and we get bigger and bigger and bigger every year. We're in the Fortune 500 magazine. We've made it to Wall Street Journal. We are here to stay. So you need to hit the ground now with this company while we are still running, while we still only have 110,000 active distributors in the US. There are 400,000 people in Wichita, Kansas alone. I am here to tell you, you need to join us now. For you, not for me, for you. I don't succeed unless I help you succeed. So stop watching and start joining. Because I'm 2.5 years in and I am reaching the top. I am headed there and I want to take you with me.